Hi, this is Fiona, and in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Persephone line. So let me share a handprint. So the Persephone line, it's a type of headline. So here's an example of one. It starts right here at the lifeline and right underneath the Jupiter finger, and it plunges deep into the moon area of the hand. So if you know the story of Persephone, basically she's out picking flowers and the earth opens up and Hades kidnaps her and brings her down into the underworld. And during her stay there, it's like she starts to help the lost souls who didn't even know they were dead. And like the Persephone story, if you have this Persephone line, it means you are here to guide lost souls. So basically what that means is the more lost and in crisis someone is, the more the Persephone person kind of knows, they're able to kind of tune in and know exactly what to say and what to do to be supportive to that person. And, being able to kind of plunge the depths of the underworld. And we're talking about, handling crises that are very, very intense. The Persephone person has to have kind of gone through the dark night of the soul themselves. They must have gone through their own crises and grappled with hitting rock bottom and found themselves in order to really be able to help others. So in a way, that experience of having done it themselves and been there, before helps them be able to help others in the process. So, and it's also part of, who's going to take intuitive guidance from a Persephone who's not really kind of done the work. So, the Persephone line, the headline, kind of is how our analytical or how our kind of mind works. And the more curved it is, the more kind of right-brained a person is. So, and when we deal with the moon area of the hand, the moon represents the imagination, the emotions, spirituality, kind of more about being passive. There's like this child-free, kind of childlike, carefree spirit. When we talk about the moon, we think of like deep meanings and the inner world. So the high side, remember, there's always a good news and bad news to any marker. There's not just, oh, this is a bad marker, this is a good marker. There's pluses and minuses to everything. So on the plus side of the Persephone person, they are able to administer to lost souls. They have high intuition, high creativity. They have a deep understanding. They're basically the savior or the saver of lost souls. And common careers, they could be like a hospice worker, they could be a counselor, a therapist, a priest, priestess, a life coach, a writer, a musician, anyone that kind of has that kind of, they're able to kind of plunge the depths of emotionality and being able to navigate during times of crises. So the common obstacle with the Persephone person is that they tend to either spend too much time or too little time in the underworld. So too much time in the underworld can result in a person being very depressed, right? They're kidnapped by their inner demons. They have difficulty with the 3D world, so difficulty with practicalities. Maybe they have trouble making money or being able to cook for themselves or something, because their head is so used to going so deep, right? So if a normal person's kind of experience in the world is from here to here, a person that's a Persephone headline is going to have a lot more, you can't see my hands, but they're way out, have a lot more things that they're going to be able to deal with. So things are not going to be black and white for the Persephone person. There's a lot of depths and layers and shades of gray in what they can kind of deal with. And another kind of downside with the Persephone is if they spend too little time in the underworld, it can show up as meaningless commerce. So working a job that's not really utilizing your gifts. So remember, anytime you have a gift marker, there's a penalty if you're not using it. It's like, why were you given this gift if you're not going to use it? So there's always penalties. And for the penalty, it is depression, being kidnapped by your inner demons, difficulty with the 3D world, practicalities, and meaningless commerce. And so with all Persephones, they sometimes will get stuck in the underworld. And so they need to realize that they don't have to spend their whole time there. Persephone, the actual Persephone, she spends 50% of her time in the underworld and then 50% of her time up in the regular reality. So just knowing that you don't have to spend your whole time in that heaviness, otherwise it can get kind of exhausting. And so finding a balance. And I have 2 Persephone lines, and so the way I'm kind of utilizing this is through hand analysis, helping others kind of find their life purpose, their life lesson, their school, and other gift markers in their hands, and being able to kind of help guide people. And if a friend is going through some tough time, I try not to coach them. I try to just let them experience what they're experiencing. So I can definitely be in that space, and it's not like a scary thing for me. It's definitely where I feel like I can kind of tune in and kind of read the energy and kind of know what's going on. And then also the plant medicine stuff that I've done has been a deep, deep, deep plunge into my psyche. And so I definitely am very familiar with that realm. So I think, consider yourself lucky if you have this gift marker, because you're here to experience a wide range of emotional depths and, dealing with intense feelings and emotions. And, that's what's going to make your life meaningful and fulfilling, is being able to kind of be that guide to the lost souls, to the people who are kind of in crises. And, know that you're using your gift to help these people is going to bring about big life meaning points. So I'd say it's a great marker to have. All right, thank you for watching.